Powerful ITX gaming rigs are all the rage these days, but sometimes you don't need a super beastly rig. Sometimes you just need a CPU, a cooler, and some RAM. That's where cases like the JHack Pure come in. When JHack reached out to me a few months ago, I admittedly had no idea who they were, but after doing some research, I realized that they're an upstart company doing many ITX cases, and this was their first release, the Pure. So I was really intrigued and curious to check it out. If you go onto their website, you can see this case as well as some of their prototypes, scratch builds, etc., stuff that's upcoming. So I would take a second to look into that if this isn't your particular cup of tea. At first glance, the Pure doesn't look very exciting. A simple black rectangle, but it does have a few tricks up its sleeve. One being, or the biggest one being, you can kind of see here, an internal power supply. So that's pretty big. A lot of you hate external power bricks. I can see why. This case has a solution for that as long as you're not looking for a GPU. So let's take a quick look at the case, do a build in it, and see how it works out. The case is very simple. On the top, we have ventilation that covers most of the motherboard. Any cooler that you would be fitting in here should have no problem pulling in cool air from the outside. On each side, there's also more matching ventilation holes. Very nice. The bottom, nothing really to see there. You can see the screws for your mount points there and for your power supply system. On the back, we just have ports for your I/O here and then various connectors for different types of power supply. So it's very flexible in terms of what you can connect to the back panel for power. Now on front, no I/O here, no USB or anything like that, just a simple cutout for your Vandal switch power supply there. You can use pretty much any one you want. I do believe you can get the case with them as well. The thing that differentiates JHack cases from most of the other ultra compact cases is their power supplies. So here we have a 200 watt mean well unit. It doesn't look like much. It's basically the raw components wrapped in a thin aluminum shell with some honeycomb pattern cutouts there for ventilation. But it gets the job done. This little guy can power up to 200 watt units or 200 watt systems, and obviously it's very compact. Much more compact than a full-on external power brick or any type of internal brick that I've seen so far. Now, how does this thing work? Well, it comes with some accessories here. You have your power plug connector for the back panel there. Also, you have a peripheral connector. And then we have these two pieces which attach together like so for your actual 24 pin there. It's all very seamless and easy to connect. So let's just show you quickly. Put these guys in here. This slides into this side. Boom. And then this slides into this side, like so. This goes to the back of the case. This goes to your motherboard, 24 pin, and you're good to go. If you need to connect up a hard drive, this has two SATA connectors on it here, and also a pin out for your motherboard power as well. And these connect to the 24 pin adapter there, like so. There you have it. This little unit here, no bigger than the palm of my hand, can power up to 200 watt systems very easily and effectively, completely fanless and silent. All right, so everything you see here is pretty much all you need to do a build in this case. I have my ASRock Phantom Gaming ITX motherboard, as well as a 9600K and Noctua NHL9i. Yes, the CPU is overkill. Yes, the motherboard is definitely overkill, but I have it set up perfectly right now to go in here. So we'll just use it, see how it works. Also, we have our power supply. So let's go ahead and connect up the power supply, get that screwed in first, and then go ahead and drop in the motherboard and see how everything fits. voila. So this is the interior of the case. Got everything wired up and looking nice. We see our power supply here. Looks good there. Our motherboard fit in nicely. All the cables I have tucked up here. This Vandal switch or front power supply I use is a little longer than it needs to be. Actually, it's a lot longer. So typically it's not going to be this long. This is for another case, so you don't have to worry about that. But everything fits really well in there. It's a very good use of space, I think. You can kind of see how the power supply looks there. The case on this side. Underneath we just have the 4 screws. So it's a nice looking case. I mean, overall, I think it looks really good. The only thing that was disappointing is this connector, this rear port here did not come with hardware to mount it. So I'll have to have my own screws. Hopefully on retail versions that ship out to other people, the screws for this little guy here will be there so you don't jam that in every time you're plugging in your case. Other than that, I think it's really good so far. Let's get the top on and see how it works. One of the best things about this case is that it's both quiet and cool. It's going to be about as quiet and cool as the components you put inside. Anything that you can realistically cool with a low profile cooler, like the Noctua NHL9i that I have in here, you shouldn't have any problems at all. Now, if you want to go with a 9.9 or something crazy like that, 8700K, yes, you're going to have issues, but stick to the CPUs that you think can fit in here. 65 watt TDP CPUs, you should be fine. Because the vents are so large on the top, there really isn't much turbulence, so the fan isn't going to have to kick up and it's not producing a ton of noise like it would in some other compact cases. Now, if you're looking for full details, head over to the article. I'll drop a link in the description. I'll put the full temperature test information there. Overall, I really liked the JPEG Pure. I liked it a lot. There's a lot to like here. The simple design, I'm a fan of sharp edges and rectangular boxes, as weird as that is. I like the simplistic look of it. The venting is really good. The case is solid, no flex, no bend. The anodized aluminum looks good, perfect finish. Everything is really clean, like a polished product that you would expect from an experienced product maker. At 80 bucks, it's not the cheapest case, but the flexibility you get with the option for an internal PSU, as well as additional space, if you don't go with that, is really nice. For the gamers out there, the Pure may not be the right fit for you, but it's great for a home theater PC or a streaming PC. It also just makes me excited for what they're gonna do in the future. I've seen some pics they have on their Instagram and online of some of the upcoming case designs they have, and they look really, really promising. So if those cases are as good as this one, they will be around for a long time to come. So I will link out to the JHAG website below. I would check them out. Also check out their Instagram. They have some cool pics of some of the upcoming projects and cases they're designing. Definitely worth a look. If you want anything you saw in the video today, check the description for the links, as well as the links to the full article on the website. Thanks for watching as usual. I'm Jay, this is Tech Everything. I'll see you next time.